In the previous video, Are You Ready to Translate?, you learned the 9 steps you need to follow to prepare for translation. But is that enough? Within those 9 steps, there are a lot of pieces that must be assembled for a translation project to succeed. Let's go through each step to see where the pieces fall and who it applies to. Starting with step 1, what does it mean to get trained in translation management? Anyone who is involved in a translation project must understand the basics. These roles include the project manager, product manager, instructional designers, technical writers, graphic artists, subject matter experts, and marketing team. Every project will not contain all these roles, but to ensure success, each role involved must understand the overall process and the aspects that apply specifically to it. Training in translation management also requires a basic understanding of all the processes involved. I have divided the series into preparing to translate, sourcing translation vendors, managing the translation process, writing for translation, and designing for translation. In this video, I will show you where these processes fall in the 9 steps and the pieces that apply to them. In subsequent videos, the YouTube description will indicate which roles are most affected by the material presented. Watching this video is the first step in getting trained in translation management. Preparing to translate addresses items 3, 4, 5, and 6. The specific pieces you must organize and plan for are language, markets, culture, and building a glossary. You will be introduced to a sample project, learn the terminology associated with translation, and learn how to identify, sort, and organize all the pieces required for a successful translation. Sourcing translation vendors addresses item 2, where you will learn who should be part of your translation team. The specific pieces include sourcing your translator or vendor and determining costs. The topics covered are translators, translation vendors, the best use of your instructional designers, technical writers, or graphic artists, the benefits of machine translation, and planning the project. Managing the translation process affects all parts of the process, particularly step 2. In the review phase, you will learn best practices for conducting an efficient and thorough review of the material before releasing it. Writing for translation is extremely important. Learning the skills in steps 7 and 8 are vital to avoiding misunderstandings. The writing skills covered here are essential for all business writing. Topics include active voice, simple language, wordiness, misplaced and dangling modifiers, parallelism, and idioms. Applying these practices in all your business writing only improves communication. Designing for translation is also extremely important. Learning the skills in step 9 streamlines the translation process and reduces misunderstandings. Designing for translation considers cultural differences as well as easing the integration of the translated text. Topics include style guides and branding, usability, colors, images, and designing for editing and reviewing, including best practices for graphics, slides, tables, and audio. Think you are ready to translate? Find out with my free 50-question test, What's Your Translation IQ? This test will identify any gaps in your translation preparedness. You'll find a link below in the description. Stay tuned for the next video in the series, The Bigger Picture. Thanks for watching.